Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, The Tax Master UAE. I am Bhagirath Mandal and today we are going to discuss one of the most important regulations, that is economic substance regulation in the UAE. So before going forward, please subscribe to my channel and press that bell icon for more insights and updates. So let's go forward with introduction. First of all, this regulation, economic substance regulations, requires the UAE onshore or free zone companies and any other businesses that carry out relevant activities which are listed below. These companies, these onshore, UAE onshore and free zone and another companies which are carrying out relevant activities, they have to demonstrate a adequate economic presence in the UAE, which is also known as economic substance test. So these relevant activities are banking company, insurance company, investment fund management business, lease financing business, headquarter business, shipping business, intellectual property business, holding company business, and distribution and service center businesses. So its applicability, number one. The regulation apply to for a financial year commencing on or after 1st January 2019. So any company which has the financial year commencing on or after 1st January 2019, they need to comply with these economic substance regulations. The entities that are within the scope of the regulation are required to submit an annual notification form and economic substance report. Look what happens in this economic substance regulation. There are two types of the company. Some only need to file notification form and some need to file notification as well as economic substance report. So for the company who only need to submit notification form, in that case, the time period is after the within 6 months from the end of its financial year. Suppose any company have a financial year 1st January 2024 to 31st December 2024. In that case, within 6 months, it means 30th June up to 30th June, they have to file uh, uh, notification form to the regulatory authorities, and the company who need to submit economic substance report also, in that case, for notification they will get 6 month time and for report filing they will get 12-month time. So any company, for the same companies, for example, for the company whose financial year is from 1st January 2024 to 31st December 24, in that case they have to submit a notification form within 6 months. It means within up to June 30th June, and up to 31st December 2025 they have to submit economic substance report. And also, the entity is not required to meet economic substance test and file economics for any financial year in which it has not earned income from relevant activities. Suppose, even if you are doing any relevant activities, right, and you don't earn any revenue for that financial year from such relevant activities, in that case you don't need to submit economic substance report. However, you have to file economic substance notification form to the regulatory authority, which is within 6 months of the end of the financial year. And failure to comply with the regulation can result in the penalties, a spontaneous exchange of the information with the foreign competent authorities, as well as other administrative sanctions such as suspension, revocation, or non-renewal of entities' trade license or the permits. So we'll come to this flow chart. Uh, Before that, I want you to understand certain other terms and conditions, terms and the definitions. So in additional information, we'll be discussing what who are exempt entity, who is holding business entities, and other is high risk intellectual property business. So let's first understand who is exempt entity. Number one is an investment fund and its underlying special vehicle purposes, special purpose vehicles and investment holding entities. Suppose any company is acting as an investment fund. In that case, that investment entity as well as its SPPs, special purpose vehicles, they are categorized in the exempt entity licensee form. Other is UA national owned business that is not the part of multinational group and the only carry on business in the UAE. Suppose I am a UAE nationalities and I have a business in the UAE. This business is not the part of any multinational group. Also, my business only conducts its activities within the UAE area, within the territorial area of the UAE. In that case, my business will be considered to be exempt licensee here. And the branch of foreign entity that is a subject to tax on all its relevant income in a foreign jurisdiction. Suppose any company XYZ is in India and it has a branch in the UAE, and the in India what happens, all the for resident person, all the for worldwide, they have to pay tax on the worldwide income. So for that Indian company, if the Indian company, the parents company which is in India, they need to pay tax of all um, income of the branches which is in the UAE, which they are earning from relevant activities. In that case, this branch will fall under the exempt category, and any other license at the direction of the Ministry of Finance. So Ministry of Finance will determine in the future they may add some other business entities in the exempt categories, but up to now only these three types of the entities are under the exempt categories. Now let's understand holding company business. So holding company business is a licensee that only that's primary activities is to hold the equity interest in another company and with an intention to earn dividend and capital gain after by selling that. So look, suppose ABC Limited, its primary business is what they do, they only buy equity interest in another company, 2 to 3 4 5, whatever business, whatever capital they have, they buy shares, they hold for a time for 1 year, 2 year, 3 years. They earn, their only motive, their only intention is to earn dividend and the capital gain at the end of its holding period. So in that case, this company will be considered to be holding. This company will be considered to be in holding company business. One thing to note here is that suppose that UA entity undertake any other commercial activities and earns income from such activities. In that case, this company will not be considered to be a holding company business where the holding of such other assets or activities constitute relevant activities, which I discussed there. Example can be lease finance activity. In that case, that UA entity will have to comply with the UAE economic substance regulation in respect of only that other income or revenue they are earning from other relevant activities. So other is intellectual property business. So in intellectual property business, there are two categories. One is normal and other is high risk intellectual property business. So intellectual property here, you mean you can understand intellectual property. The meaning is intangible assets like patent, trademarks, copyright, or technical know-how. These all are, so someone so if anyone is doing the businesses or and earning income from such intangible assets, in that case they will be considered to be doing intellectual property business. So that intellectual, when what are the conditions when that intellectual property business become high risk? So number one condition is that the licensee, suppose I am doing a intellectual assets business, but I do not and I am holding some intellectual property assets, but that assets is not created or developed by me. I am just what I am doing. I have that I am holding that intellectual property assets which is not created or developed by myself, and I have acquired that intellectual property either from connected person. Suppose ABC Limited, I have a ABC Limited, I establish intellectual property business in the name of ABC Limited. In that case, that ABC Limited does not create and have not created any intellectual assets by themselves. What they do, suppose I have created, in that case, they have acquired that intellectual property assets from me means owner or director or team manager person, they are the connected person. So from them, this person they have acquired, or what they do, or another option is that they have acquired, suppose in India, any person is in India who has created that intellectual property, who are also the connected person, who are not necessarily connected person, who are in India. They connected, they created intellectual property. Now what this ABC Limited do, they will fund the research and development cost to that person and acquire the business. The acquisition will be from two persons. One is from connected person, or another one from any other person who is not in the UAE, with an exchange for funding research and development cost. And other is that the licensee, that ABC Limited, either they license other connected persons, me or a director or any person, license and earns revenue, or what they do, they generate revenue from the person. uh, Suppose I'm in India now, I'm in Indian, so I'll be foreign connected person. So from and I do some activities there in India. In that case, the revenue is earned from the activities performed by me, which is in the foreign connect person. So here three conditions. Number one, that they hold the intellectual property, but they have not created developed. They have either acquired that intellectual property from connected person, or any person who is not situated in the UE, in exchange of funding for research and development cost. And the licensee earns the revenue from licensing that intellectual property to one or more connected person, or earns revenue from the activities conducted by their foreign connected person. In that case, this intellectual property business will be considered to be high risk intellectual property business. Now let's come to understand the flow chart now. Here let's understand. First of all, to determine whether your company fall under uh, economic substance regulations or not, and then if they fall, then what are your responsibilities. To determine that, let's come to the flow chart. Number one is that first of all you will determine whether your company, whether the licensee is a corporate body or partnership in the UAE. If no, then you don't need to comply. It means this regulation does not apply to your business. If yes, in that case, you will now analyze whether your company, whether the licensee perform the relevant activities. I have explained the meaning of relevant activity: business, insurance, like banking business, insurance business, investment fund business, shipping business, holding business. So if they are doing any of these relevant activities or not, even no, in that case this regulation do not apply. If yes, in that case these companies, these licensee have to file a notification form to the regulatory authority. Now after that, in the notification form, if you are an exempt company, if you fall under the exempt category, you can apply in the notification form for the exemption. Not after that, but before that you have to file notification form. Now after filing notification form, we will analyze whether the licensee is an exempt company or not. If yes, in that case no required to demonstrate economic substance in the UAE and need to pass the economic substance test. So it means if it is exempt company, in that case they don't need to file economic substance report. It means then there is no requirement to demonstrate substance in the UAE. If yes, it is, if it is exempted company. If in case of no, we'll see the licensee owns any relevant activities or not. If not, in that case, again, they don't need to file economic substance report. It means there is no required to demonstrate the substance in the UAE for the financial year in which they have not earned. However, they need to file notification form. Now, if they earn, in that case, they must file economic substance report within 12 months from the end of its financial year. Now, again, with that in from relevant activities list, there is two business. One is holding company business and other is high risk property business. This company have extra obligations. They have to um, uh, the UAE government has focused more on this company as they are more high risk businesses. So they have extra regulations. We have to focus extra on these two types of business. Number one is, now we'll see whether the activity is holding company business or not. If yes, in that case we'll ask a question. We'll analyze whether the license meets the compliance requirement from its regulatory authority. If yes, then again we will see, does the license have adequate employees and premises in the UAE? Yes, in that case, this holding company business will be deemed that they have fulfilled the economic substance requirement. If no, if they don't meet the compliance requirement, or they don't have adequate employees or premises in the UAE, in that case, licensee are subject to exchange of information with foreign competent authority, including penalty. Here, foreign authority competent means I would come on this topic on later part in case of fine when I will be explaining the fine. So they will be subject to exchange of information with the foreign competent authority. Now let's come to high risk intellectual property licensing. If yes, the automatically high risk intellectual property business company, they are automatically need to exchange the information with foreign competent authority. And then does the high risk intellectual meet the additional substance requirement for high risk activities or not? If yes, then okay. If no, then then first one is they automatically need to exchange the information. Now fine will apply to them. If yes, in that case, we'll see the chart. Let's come to high risk intellectual. If yes, we discuss they need to exchange information and this. If not, in that case, what it means? It means among the relevant activities, if they are neither holding company nor high risk intellectual business property, it means they are in the business, banking business, insurance business, normal intellectual property business, shipping business. Now there will ask three questions. We'll analyze whether that licensee is directed or controlled or managed from UAE or not. Again, another question will be, does the license have required employee, expenditure and physical assets in the UAE or not? And does the licensee perform core income generating activity in the UAE or not? If the answer to all of them is yes, in that case, they will be deemed to meet the UAE economic substance report, and otherwise they have to exchange they are subject to exchange of information with foreign competent authorities, including the fine. So after this, we'll understand what will be the fines. Let's come to the fines and penalty. Here we'll discuss the foreign competent authority means. So fines for, first of all, is notification. Suppose if you fail to submit a notification, in that case 20,000 dirham fines will be applicable to you. And if you fail to submit economic substance report, in that case 50,000 dirham is the penalty. And also you will be deemed failure to demonstrate economic substance in the UAE. Other is that failure to provide accurate and complete information. In that case, again, 50,000 dirham penalty, as well as you will be deemed failure to demonstrate economic substance in the UAE. Again, there is now here Deemed failure, why this status is given to this company? Let's come to understand here. Suppose for the first time, if that deemed failure status is tagged to your company, in that case penalty of again 50,000 is there for failure to demonstrate sufficient economic substance in the UAE for the relevant activities. In that case, penalty of 50,000 dirham is there, and the exchange of information with foreign competent authority of either parent company, ultimate parent company, and ultimate beneficiary owner. They will exchange the information. And suppose this is for the first time, and again second consecutive instance of failure. In that case, in for exchange of information, the parent company, ultimate parent company, ultimate financial owner, and the penalty of 400,000 dirham. This is the huge amount. You know, not only that, your trade or commercial license will be either suspended, withdrawn, or you will not be able to renew your license. Look how big is the penalty for failure to meet with the economic substance report. One question I have received this question from many of my clients as well as many people, is that suppose you file notification report claiming UN exempted status, for claiming exempted status, and later on that application is rejected. In that case, will the company will face to late filing penalty or not? So here, will a company face a late file penalty if its exempted status is denied after original notification report filing deadline for the relevant economic financial period? Suppose you filed for exempted entity, exempted status in the notification. The notification you have to file, when you file notification, you have to apply for exempted status if you fall under that exempted category. Now what happens? Within and the report will be filed within 12 months. Suppose in December in 2025 you have a deadline to file economic substance report. Suppose the approval, you receive a notification from FTA or from the government that your exempted status application is denied in January itself. So now your deadline is already passed. In that case, whether you will be applicable, you have to pay fine or not? No. In that case, suppose if you submit a notification claiming an exemption for economic substance regulation, and this application is denied later, in that case you will get 30 days more to submit your economic substance report from the date of exemption was denied. Suppose your original deadline to submit your economic substance report at 31st December, but you received the notification in January itself. Now from January you have 30 days from the date of notification, you have again extra 30 days to submit your economic substance report. And if the business that willingly or knowingly or intentionally submit improper exemption claim, they may have to face the penalties, which I already explained. In case of wrong information, accurate or complete information, a penalty of 50,000 dirham will be applied. And at last, thank you for watching. Thank you for your time, and please to like, comment, and share to the person who you think would be benefited. Thank you so much.